All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. We are on episode 464, and I'm so excited to have my good friend Janet Philbin with me. Hi, Janet.
Hey Erin, how are you?
Welcome. I am
Thank you for
great.
having me. Yeah.
So, Janet is a clinical social worker, a hypnotherapist, and a parenting coach, and author of a soon to be released book. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Janet.
Thank you. It's a very exciting time right now. Thank you.
So what is well, let's start here. What is the name of your book?
Oh, yeah. It's called Show Up for Yourself. It's a guidebook for inner awareness and growth. So the book is really a journey about journeying into yourself. I use my own journey of healing as an example and as a guide to help you find your own path to healing. It's a journey to heal your inner child, actually. And throughout the book, there are lots of pieces of wisdom. We talk about journaling, meditation, hypnosis, and a theory I've come up with called the spiral of healing, which is something we move up as we heal, and we heal in layers. So it's a process, and I hope that the book becomes a companion for people, that they journal in it or journal alongside of it if they have the ebook, in order to help them heal their own inner wounds, which is actually very much in alignment with the talk we're going to talk about today.
Yes. So before we jump into the talk, I just have to say to my listeners that I am honored to be reading an advanced copy of Janet's book, and it is fabulous. Oh my gosh, it's going to help so many people, Janet. I can't wait.
Oh, thank you, Erin. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I
It's
am
great.
really
Thank you.
enjoying it. Really. So you talked about your talk, and you're
Mhm.
going to be one of our speakers at our Now Digital Revolutionizing Parenthood conference coming up next month. And you're going to be talking with parents about yelling.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if I've met a parent who hasn't yelled and lost their cool with their child.
Yeah, I haven't either, and I am very much guilty.
Me too.
I mean, I don't really yell as much anymore. My kids are bigger, but when my youngest one, who's a teenager, still gets me from time to time. But certainly when they were little, it was much more than time to time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hear that. If only we could have been the parents then that we understand how to be now, right?
Yeah, but that's true. But if we weren't those parents then, we would have never had any drive or reason to heal, look inside, and become the parents we've become now, so to
And
speak.
we are always becoming, right?
Always becoming, always learning. Absolutely. It never stops.
And I think the really valuable point to make for parents who are listening is that it's never too late. If
It's
you
never.
are struggling with your child and they're 2 or 5 or 10 or 20, it doesn't matter. Children love and appreciate when we understand better and we do better and we try to forge a healthier relationship. They love it no matter how old they are.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
tell me about yelling. Why, why, why do we yell as parents? Why in the world do we yell?
Well, we yell because something inside of us gets triggered. And I really am trying to move away from the word triggered a lot in when I talk about this kind of stuff, whether I'm talking with my clients, um, or even in this workshop. Because when we hear the word trigger, I think there's a lot of blame that people assume get attached to the word trigger. Like someone did something to me, therefore it's your fault. I'm doing this behavior right now. But that's really a fallacy because there are no external triggers, only internal wounds. So I like to think of a trigger as getting poked, as if the wound inside of you just got poked and something painful from yesterday or long ago was woken up. So all of us have had childhoods. We have all been teenagers. We have all been in our 20s at this point, mostly. If you're watching this, if you're a parent, all of us have had stuff we've had to survive. All of us have had stuff that's been painful or traumatic in one way or another. So all of us have wounds. And so when something is happening in front of us in the now that our child is doing to us, they're not doing anything to us, but that they're doing to us, we immediately get poked in that wound. So we don't react from our 40-year-old self, we react from our 10-year-old self. So then the 10-year-old self who just got poked inside, whose feelings were hurt, now their feelings are hurt from their child in front of them. And the 10-year-old inside is yelling at the 10-year-old in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really that something inside of us, something painful inside has gotten woken up and is just exploding out of us.
So when a parent says, why is my child doing this to me? Why are they making me so angry? It's really not them that's doing it.
Right? Because the child is doing a behavior, whatever that behavior is. Your child's allowed to do that behavior. We definitely don't have to like the behavior. We
Right.
definitely don't. We don't even have to like our child in the moment of the behavior. But we have to accept that this behavior is just what my child is doing all on their own, not doing it to me.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I think they're doing it to me is because I'm taking it personal. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is happening to me. Why me? Why me again? Why does this stuff always happen to me? And we start replaying stories in our head. And we get stuck in this story loop and we react
Mm-hmm.
instead of respond.
So true.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all the different parents I've spoken to or worked with who say that exact same thing. My child
Yeah.
makes me so angry. They're constantly frustrating me, and I wouldn't yell if they didn't do that stuff.
Yeah. I think we've all said that. It's
Yeah.
so easy to say that.
I said that to my older son, certainly when he was young. You're
Mm-hmm.
making me so mad right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, I'm making me so mad right now. You're just doing whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
I might not like it, but you're not doing it to me. You're just doing it.
Right.
And that's a concept I don't think that comes naturally to us as parents. But I
Well,
think once we understand that and that light bulb goes on, it's like,
mhm.
oh my gosh, it's so empowering. Don't you think?
Yeah, and the reason why I think that happens is because that reasoning ability is your high brain, your upper brain, your executive functioning. Okay. When we are just reacting to our child from that place of pain that gets poked, we're coming from our amygdala, the lower brain, the part of the brain that's in fight, flight, or freeze all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That when there's an angry bear, you better be on guard or you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're reacting from that impulsive place, that's there to keep us alive. Well, your child is not trying to kill you, though it might feel that way sometimes. Then we're reacting from that flight, fight, or freeze. So if you can pause and take a few breaths, you can shut that downstairs brain down. Like Dan Siegel talks about this, I know you know this,
Mm-hmm.
and come up into the upstairs brain and get into executive functioning a little bit more and have some wisdom to respond to your child from your adult self who can be calm and grounded as opposed to the 10-year-old inside who's just going to lose their mind just as much as your 10-year-old in front of you.
Mm. I love that. That's such a great visual to understand
Mm-hmm.
where you are when you're feeling triggered or angry or frustrated and you're yelling, you find yourself yelling, and how to bring yourself up to that higher level.
Yeah.
And it really get, opens the access to your creative self so that you can come up with a way to navigate this current challenge or power struggle that you're having with your child.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
love it. Oh my gosh, Jenna, I could talk with you about this stuff all day long.
Yeah, I could talk about it too. I just love it because I just think we all need these skills, whether it's in parenting or with colleagues or our own parents, or friends. It doesn't really matter. That where do we think road rage comes from? It's the same thing.
Hmm.
It's
So
something's just
true.
getting poked,
So true.
you
So
know.
true. So you're going, as I said earlier, you're
Hmm.
going to be one of our fabulous speakers at our Now Digital Revolutionizing Parenthood Conference. And I'm really excited for all the listeners who will tune in to your wonderful presentation. So what can attendees at your breakout session hope to walk away with from your
Okay,
workshop?
well, my session is going to be partially experiential. I will be leading everyone through a guided meditation, not very long, maybe 10 minutes, where you can get in touch with just a part of you that was wounded and maybe was recently poked, so that you can experience a process I use with my clients on beginning to heal that part and learn a little bit more about yourself in that way. So that is one thing that will be happening. The other piece that I'll be discussing in order to help people connect all the dots is the chakras, which is our body's energy system. We have 7 major chakras. You can see I have a flag over there and a chime in the corner. Those are a depiction of the chakras. And so we'll be taking a shallow dive into the chakras, because you could spend, a semester in college learning about the chakras and still not learn all there is to know. But I'm going to be giving an overview of them so people can understand what they are, where they are in the body, and what emotional pain points get held with each chakra. And then we'll be able to tie that in to these parts of us that get poked when our kids make us yell, which they don't. But
Right.
we're just going to tie all that together. And something else I'll be teaching is something I call a purposeful pause, which is in line with with what I was just sharing with you before about going from that downstairs brain to the upstairs brain and being able to pause purposefully.
Mm, I love it. And given that this episode is airing on a Monday and it's our Mindfulness on Monday series, I think all of what you're talking about really fits well into mindfulness, having a greater awareness and understanding of what's going on inside of ourselves, where our reactions might be coming from, taking that important pause. What did you call it?
Purposeful pause.
Purposeful pause. I love that. Taking that purposeful pause, allowing ourselves to get back up to our higher brain and really navigate whatever it is with our child so that we can have a deeper, healthier connection. It's just fabulous.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It um, I think everyone will come away learning a lot, having some aha moments about themselves, and giving you a platform to take an even deeper dive if you want to, just for your own growth and learning, so that we're not yelling as much at our children. Because I know no parent wants to. I never wanted to yell. I
Hmm.
would always feel terrible about myself afterwards. And why couldn't I be in control of that? It was something I worked on for years. Why am I so angry? Why am I so angry? Why? I was just always so angry. I didn't understand why,
Mm.
you know? So it took work, it took insight, it took understanding, and it takes self-compassion. We
Mm.
have to be compassionate with ourselves. The behavior within us is there for a reason,
Hmm.
right? So we have to help understand what that reason is and then help ourselves heal. It's up to us.
It is definitely up to us. I'm really excited for your presentation. I can't wait to tune into it because I always love hearing you teach about the things that you know. It's so valuable.
Thanks. Thank
So
you.
that wraps up today's episode. Thank you so much, Janet, for your time. where can people find you if they want to learn more about what you do and how you help people?
Oh, thanks, Erin. My website is hypnosisforhope.com. You could find me on Facebook, also under Hypnosis for Hope, and on Instagram at Janet_Philbin_LCSW, all lowercase. I'm also on Twitter too, but I don't use it so much. But those are my three main places you'll find me.
Super. And I'm sure when they go to your website, they will be able to find information about your new book, right?
Soon. That page isn't quite done yet, but if
So
you
it's
go,
coming.
yes, it's coming. However, if you are on Facebook, my Hypnosis for Hope Facebook page absolutely has information on it. And if you sign up for my mailing list on my website, as soon as the details come out, my people on my mailing list are going to be the first to know.
Exciting.
Yay.
Fabulous.
Yes,
Well,
I'm very excited.
you have so much to offer parents everywhere, and I'm so excited for them to learn about you and learn from you and work with you. It's going to be great.
I'm excited for the conference. It's going to be really wonderful, and I hope people show up, join us on this digital conference. It is going to be transformational and truly a worldwide global event that I think all of us really need right now.
Absolutely. With this crazy time that we're living in, we need all of the wonderful teachings that are going to be shared at this event. Absolutely.
100%. 100%.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. That wraps up today's episode. And wherever you are in this world, I hope that you make it a mindful day for yourself.